Morning, friends. Happy Saturday. Oh my goodness. This is going to go down as one of the most controversial royal interviews ever. And it made me incredibly sad watching Harry being interviewed by the BBC following his court loss. He's fighting for the armed protection, the right level of protection for him and his family in the UK as a member of the royal family, the King's son, but also as an ex-serviceman that's done 3 tours of Iraq and is a known Al-Qaeda target. It's not a mystery, it's not fake, it's not unknown. Everybody knows that Harry is a target by Al-Qaeda and other international terrorist institutions. Let's go on to see what was brought out in the interview. It absolutely shines a light on Charles and the rest of the royal family for the people that they really are. And if you don't think this royal family is a pantomime and a masquerade where the characters are all bitter, twisted and nasty people now, you never will do. There's a lot of control in my father's hands. I've now found out the truth. This whole thing could be resolved by him. He won't speak to me. Charles won't speak to his own son. He's the head of the Church of England, Charles is. At Easter, he was preaching love and forgiveness. Last week, it was all about togetherness for cancer. The words coming out of these people don't match the actions. I've now discovered the truth that this is a classic establishment stitch-up. There's been disputes and disagreements with some of my family who will never forgive me for writing a book. Don't come back, Harry. Don't come back to the UK. Stay where you are, living your beautiful life with your beautiful wife and your beautiful kids away from the poison of the UK. That's my advice. Take the loss on the chin, dust yourself down, carry on doing brilliant things for other people that, as you've done, like your mum, for decades. Crack on with your life, lad.
This is so heartbreaking, guys. I'm gonna do a recap or read Prince Harry's statement in full. We know he did the BBC interview, which was very heartbreaking, which was very sad. I can see the hurt on his face, and I know he's sad about what happened, but I'm glad he found out the truth. I'm glad, truth and reconciliation, as he said. So yes, he found out who is behind the smear, who is behind the one that did not want him and his wife to be granted security because they're upset that he left the royal family. So we found out, but this is his full statement, guys, and it is a very good statement, right? So Harry says, I want to start by thanking my legal team and the Court of Appeal judges for their time and expertise in unraveling this issue that stemmed from the previous government. And I guess he's thanking them because they still allowed it to go through, and in disclosure, he was able to find out a lot of things. Even though the ruling went against him, it still brought a lot of things to the fore, and now Harry is understanding a little deeper of who was behind it, the shenanigans that went on, why they did what they did, and he's fully aware now, so they say he shall know the truth and the truth shall set you free. And in a way, that is why Harry is maybe able to say, maybe I can forgive. But security seemed to be a very pivotal point in this whole saga, and the thing that really irks him, because when you go on in this letter, you will realize just how evil these people are from 2017 when they did not want to grant Meghan security, right? So this is not something that we're going to take lightly. Harry's putting everything in the records. We won't have anybody saying Harry was paranoid. We are putting things out there so that they are for the history books. His side of the story will be for the history book, and we will remember all of this. But we pray to God that Harry has a long life and that no harm befalls him. So that's first and foremost. But it's still important, is a data point, something that we can look back on and say, yes, This is what happened to Harry, but at the same time, he was able to persevere and he was able to protect his family and himself. And God is protecting them. So that's the biggest protection you need in life, right? Because you can have all the security you need. You can be, anything can happen to you in life. But we're praying that Harry is safe. And thank you, Tyler Perry. Thank you for being there for them. So let's continue with the letter. He says, this process has only ever been about ensuring my safety and that of my immediate family when we are in the United Kingdom, so that we may safely visit my home country with the same level of security that other governments deem necessary for our protection. My ask has always been simple: that the standard protocols for security and risk assessment be applied to me in the same way they are to others, including people who have never carried out any public function on behalf of the state. Harry did 35 years working as a royal family, plus he went to Afghanistan, 10 years tour of duties. I'm telling you, these people are evil. The court's ruling confirms that the Executive Committee for the Protection of Royalty and Public Figures known as RAVEC, and comprised of senior officials from the Royal Household, Home Office, and Metropolitan Police, has failed to follow its own mandated processes for me, which are applied to all other high-risk and high-profile individuals. Given my profound concerns over this issue, I will be writing the Home Secretary to ask her to urgently examine the matter and review the RAVEC process. This legal action has been a last resort, but one that has uncovered shocking truths. He's talking about the discovery process now, starting with the fact that the royal household, right? That the royal household are key decision makers on RAVEC and my sole representation for matters regarding my safety. In this process, I've also learned the names of all those involved, many of whom retired immediately after playing their part. In November 2017, before the royal household's role on RAVEC was known, this secretive committee concluded that when my wife would join the royal family, she would not receive protection. Only when I asked for the name of the person willing to carry that risk did they reverse that decision. In 2020, RAVEC refused for the first time to conduct the required annual risk, threat, and impact assessment that their own policy demand. The intention of this assessment is to be objective and free from bias and interference to confirm the security required. The result was stripping me of the protection I've had since birth, whilst signaling to all other governments to do the same. How evil can you be? You're not giving your child security, but you're reaching out to other governments in other countries to not protect your children, reaching out to what? The US government, the Canadian government. Thank God Nigeria and Colombia and Ukraine and Canada protected them. How evil can these the royal institution be? The people on RAVEC, the royal household, Charles, William. Come on, man. This reckless action knowingly put me and my family in harm's way. Life is precious, and I understand the fragility of it. Throughout 2020 and 2021, I attempted to resolve this issue privately, even offering to independently cover the costs of necessary and effective police protection in order to keep me and my family safe. No one responded directly to me about my offer when I made it, and even though I challenged the refusal to let me pay, my legal claim failed. To this present day, the royal household remain my sole representation on Ravik for every visit and could call for this assessment to be done at any point. The only possible conclusion that can be drawn is they choose not to because they know the outcome would prove that my security should never have been removed in the first place. I don't understand how these people can be so evil. How could you know that Harry's security is in so much risk, right? Risk of losing everything is security, and you have not done anything in your power to ensure that, he gets a proper security, the proper risk assessment. I'm telling you, these people are not real. These people cannot be real because I don't understand what happened there. So he went on to say, in recent years, my family and I have been subjected to well-documented neo-Nazi and extremist threats, including from Al-Qaeda. There are individuals in prison on UK soil because of such threats, and yet since 2019, a proper risk assessment has not been conducted. This is not only a deviation from standard practices, it's a dereliction of duty. The stark difference is I was born into lifelong circumstances that create inherent security risk. My decade of military service, particularly 2 tours of duty in Afghanistan, as well as social media and tabloid media frenzy, have only intensified those threats. Uncovering how my immediate family's safety was knowingly put at risk, as well as who was behind it and who sanctioned it, has been truly devastating. No matter where we may agree or disagree, I would never wish harm on anyone. These legal proceedings have revealed to me that this basic duty of care was not and is not applied to me. It's true that I have been treated as an exception on this issue. The conditions of my security were not made based on threat, risk, or impact. They were made based on my role, one that my wife and I wanted to maintain, but that was ultimately refused. Ravis's ability to make decisions outside of his own policies and the so-called political sensitivities of my case have prevailed over the need of fair and consistent decision making. The court has decided to defer to this, revealing a sad truth. My hands are tied in seeking legal recourse against the establishment. This all comes from the same institutions that preyed upon my mother, that openly campaigned for the removal of our security, and that continue to incite hatred towards me, my wife, and even our children, while at the same time protecting the very power that they should be holding accountable. The UK is my birthplace and will always be part of who I am. It is a place I love and the country where my son was born. I've only ever wanted to continue my charitable work in supporting the causes and people that mean so much to me, and for my children to know the beauty of my homeland. I remain committed to a life of public service. This has been and will always be my life's work. And when you strip away the noise, you'll be able to hear all I've ever wanted. All I've been asking for is safety. This is such a powerful statement from Prince Harry. And Prince Harry, it's okay. It's going down in history to show that your family meant you no good, They are not great people. But what is great about your statement is it's on record. It's here to show what was done to you and your immediate family, which is Meghan, Archie, and Lilibet. And for that, Prince Harry, you have done a great service. And don't worry, Prince. Don't worry. You're going to be secured. You have people praying over you. We have people asking for God to cover you and protect you from all harm and danger, that no harm will befall you. But let it be known that you fought. Your mother was not given, security was taken away from her, and they lied. They covered it up. They covered up the fact that they did not protect Diana, that she wanted to refuse security, and we know it's a lie. So Harry, thank you. One thing you have done, you have vindicated your mom, and we're so proud of you. So yes, let your words be known, let your intentions be known, let people know where you stood and what you wanted, and no one can deny that you fought for your security. But as I say to you, Prince Harry, I don't trust I don't trust Charles, I don't trust William, I don't trust Ravik, I don't trust the Met Police. So let it be known that sometimes things happen for a reason. All bad things you think is a bad thing, it's for a reason. This is one way maybe Father God is protecting you from the evil of your extended family, which is Charles and Ravek. So don't worry, you will be safe. No one is going to harm you. No harm is going to befall you. You're going to be okay. You're going to live a long life to see your children grow up and be the best father, because right now you are, and we're just so proud of you. So guys, that's what I wanted to bring you, just bringing you Harry's statement word for word how he has it, and we're so proud of him. Let's be proud of him. This is something to be proud of. Sometimes you have to stand up against evil, even when it's you alone screaming. Yes, stand up. But the good thing about you, Harry, you have a lot of supporters. You have a lot of people who are with you and who understand what is happening, who understand what you're going through. So just continue trusting that. Continue trusting. One day, things will unravel. But right now, you are laying down your cards, you're putting your information out there, and we appreciate it. So, bye, guys.